Action! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a quick tutorial on how I got this look. It's just a simple eye with a bright pop of color in the inner corner. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, and hit the subscribe button below. If you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off by just doing my eyebrows, and I'm using the new Benefit Kabrow, I believe. It's just like their pomade, and this takes me quite some time, so I usually do this off camera because I take a while, but I fast forwarded. So I'm going to be using the Hangover primer and the Makeup Forever primer. I use the Makeup Forever just around my pores. It'll minimize them, and I like that, obviously. I want to have smaller pores, who doesn't? And then I'm just going to use the Hangover primer everywhere else to kind of just moisturize. I'm going to use the Stila Aqua Glow foundation, and I just put little dots all over my face. I think it's the best way to apply it first so my sponge doesn't completely soak it up, and then I will just use a beauty blender and blend it out, buff it out, pounce it out. Yeah, pounce it out. I think that's a good option. And dance a little while I'm at it. There's always music playing in the house, so I'm just dancing. And I do think it looks a little light on camera, but I feel like after a few minutes it settles in and it looks better. This is the BareMinerals Serum Concealer, and I still can't fall in love with it. There's something about it that doesn't really do it for me. So I've given it a few tries, but then as you can tell, I'm now going back in with the Maybeline concealer just a little bit to brighten up, because the BareMinerals one just didn't do me justice, at least not to my liking. I'm just going to continue blending this out, making sure that there's no creases, and I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Contour Shade Light palette, and this is a pixie brush, and I'm just going to set my I'm going to set my eyes with a powder, my under eye very softly back and forth. This is a Fitme concealer again, and a angled brush, and I'm just going to clean up my eyebrows. I like them a little bit sharp, and by a little bit I mean quite sharp. So I clean them up with concealer when I want that. I think it's the easiest and best way. I'm priming my eyelids with the Maybelline Fitme concealer once again. It's pretty much a staple in my makeup routine, and I'm just going to I use my finger, it's like the easiest thing, and then just make sure it's all blended. I don't want anything too thick, and I'm gonna set it with the same color that I used from the Kat Von D palette, and this is the Fitme powder, and I'm using a really fluffy brush, and I'm setting all my face, my entire face. I'm gonna set it first. I feel like it makes everything much easier to blend my contour and my blush in, so I'm using the middle color, and I'm gonna put that in my crease and just create a little bit of a crease. This eye look is going to be really simple, so I just want a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with the Beauty Color palette, and I'm going to use the lightest shade and the most neutral shade, and I'm just going to pop that all over my eyelid. You'll see in a minute. I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid, keeping it under the crease. And it's just because I want to make it a little bit brighter, just to add a little bit more pop. And then with a small pencil brush, after it's all blended out, I'm going to go into the color Expensive, which is just a really bright turquoise blue. And I'm going to pop that in the center of my, not in the center of my eye, I'm going to pop that in my inner corner. Very unusual, but I was really excited for this, and I wanted to try something a little different, and I really liked how it came out. It is a little bit unusual to do such a bright color in the inner corner, but I saw some pictures and I was inspired, so I said, why not? And makeup is all fun, there's no rules, you just gotta do what you like. So pretty much the eye look is done, and I'm just gonna set my face now. I'm just gonna set my under eye again, and I'm gonna bake, and I'm just gonna let it sit there. And while I let my face bake, I'm going to finish up my eyes, and I'm gonna put some lashes on, and these are just House of Lashes, the Boudoir lashes, which are pretty much my favorite for daytime looks now. And I popped those on. I was measuring them first because they were new. and then I just use tweezers and I pop them on, and I use the House of Lashes glue, which is pretty much my favorite. It is kind of hard to take off sometimes, but I just use a Q-tip and the makeup remover by Sephora, the blue one. So now I'm wiping off all the excess bakeage, and I'm gonna go into the shade Light Contour again, and I'm going to contour my cheeks using the warm and cool tone ones that are a little bit lighter, and this is just a Real Technique brush, and I'm just gonna build it up until it's where I want it. I'm now gonna go back into the tan color in the Jeffree Star palette, and I'm gonna put this in the bottom lash line just to have a little bit of depth. I stuck my brush in the blush palette and it was brand new, and I dented it a little bit. It wasn't too bad. So I'm just gonna blend that out, and I just wanted to add a little bit of dimension down there. So now I'm gonna go back into the Kat Von D palette, and I'm gonna go in with the middle color because I wanted a little bit more depth and something a little darker, and I put that in the outer corners of the bottom of my lash line. And this is a Wet n Wild blush, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of color to my cheeks using an e.l.f. stippling brush and just kind of blend it out. Nothing too strong, just, you know, a little flushed look. I'm adding a little bit more contour because sometimes it gets blended out when I add my blush. And this is the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara and some more dancing. I'm just gonna put some mascara on the top and bottom lashes. I'm going to use the blue eyeliner by ColourPop, pretty much my favorite eyeliners, and I'm putting that in my waterline. I just think it adds a little bit of color and ties it all together. And then I'm going to put the black on my tight line, which I'm terrible at tight lining, so I barely do it. Now I'm gonna use the Jeffree Star Peach Goddess highlight, and I was very excited. This was the first time I used it, and I'm going to highlight my face, of course. Lots of it. I didn't want to mess up the J, so I was like working around it. And I'm gonna highlight the high points of my cheeks and a little bit of my mustache and my nose. I'm just gonna finish off my face by using the Urban Decay setting spray, and I'm going to spray my entire face. This kind of helps set the makeup, obviously, but it also helps if there's any excess powder. It'll kind of make it look a little more natural. And I'm going to highlight my face once again a little bit. I use the setting spray as a glue almost, and just a little more highlight doesn't hurt. I'm using the NYX Lingerie color, and I'll have all the details down below in the comment box. And that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I can't wait to see you in my next one. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys!